National Public Radio says during the 2016 campaign, candidates will spend an estimated $4.4 billion on television advertising, with attack ads like these being the most popular. A win tonight for the Gamecocks means that Frank Martin and his guys are ready now more than ever to prove to the NCAA that they belonged in the tournament. Columbia City Police say alcohol and sunshine can be a deadly combination, but if the clouds stay clear today, everyone should be on track for a bunch of fun here in Five Points. Thanks, Allie. Governor Nikki Haley told media this morning that as of last Friday, individuals in South Carolina who are receiving SNAP benefits must now get back to work. People who receive these benefits must now work at least 80 hours a month or participate in a work program for at least 20 hours per week. Governor Haley says this isn't a punishment. She just wants to see people get back on their feet. The Gamecocks' resume wasn't enough to take them dancing in the NCAA tournament this year, but their season isn't over just yet.
There are conferences that were ranked below ours that got more teams into the NCAA tournament. How's that happen? I don't understand,
After learning they wouldn't make the tournament, their attention shifted to the next best deal, a #1 seed in the NIT, and with that came a whole lot of motivation.
So for us to get an opportunity, it's great. It's a lot of teams that doesn't get an opportunity, that don't get an opportunity to play in NIT. So we're going to take full advantage of it.
A win tonight for the Gamecocks means that Frank Martin and his guys are ready now more than ever to prove to the NCAA that they belonged in the tournament. And when they did, South Carolina battled it out against High Point with every intention of winning a championship.
They're competitors, and as a competitor, you just want a chance to play again. Competitors don't want to sit on couches. They want to play again. And
40 minutes was enough time for the Gamecocks to demonstrate they mean business. And a 22-point win over the Panthers meant they are in it to win it.
It's an opportunity to win a championship, and that's what we want right now is the championship. The ultimate goal is to win every game, and that's what we focus out to do.
With one win already under their belt, South Carolina is now one shot closer to the NIT championship. Kristen Whitaker, Carolina News.
Donald Trump is just plain wrong.
Damn, it feels good to be a Clinton.
If you're already sick of those negative political ads that run on TV before Election Day, well, you're out of luck. Those ads, which so many people say they can't stand, run for a reason, because they work. National Public Radio says during the 2016 campaign, candidates will spend an estimated $4.4 billion on television advertising, with attack ads like these being the most popular. University of South Carolina political science professor Kirk Randazzo says people can't help but be attracted to these types of ads. It's the same reason why people are more likely to watch the news when something bad is happening rather than the good.
When a particular candidate is targeted by attack ads, that person's rankings in the polls decrease, the likelihood that voters don't turn out to cast votes for that candidate goes up, and so the negative ads are very, very effective, even though they turn people off and people don't like the message.
A Wesleyan Media Project study shows how political advertising has become more negative over the past 4 election cycles. What this chart doesn't show is the negative ads that bombarded Iowa caucus voters in early 2016, or the attack on Republicans before the South Carolina's primary. Days before the New Hampshire primary, the New York Times described the Republican ads as downright nasty. With 7 candidates from the 2 parties still in the race, the election season continues to remain exciting. Even when the parties nominate a single candidate, the ads will keep on coming. Kristen Whitaker, Carolina News. For Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, Super Tuesday was everything they were hoping for.
What a Super Tuesday!
Both the Democratic and Republican frontrunners sped past their rivals, winning most of the state's delegates for their respective parties. 15 states have now already participated in their caucus or primary, And by the middle of March, 58% of the total delegates will have been awarded. Hillary Clinton has about half the delegates she needs to clinch the nomination on the Democratic side, with most of those being superdelegates. On the other hand, Donald Trump has about 1/4 of the total he needs to win. In the coming primary, some states will start to become winner-takes-all, which makes the challenge even more difficult for the trailing candidates to take the votes from the frontrunners. USC's Dean of the College of Information and Communications and former CNN correspondent Charles Bierbauer says it's not over for the remaining candidates.
On the Democratic side, there's not a whole lot that Senator Sanders can do unless he can win some of the states that are coming up. But it seems that increasingly the margin will only get larger for Secretary Clinton. On the Republican side, you still have Senators Cruz and Rubio and Governor Kasich in the race. Pretty much they need to stay in and take every delegate that they can so that Trump doesn't run away with the race before the convention.
So although Super Tuesday is now in the rearview mirror, the path to the presidency has become a lot narrower. With fewer speed bumps for Trump and Clinton, it's now time for the remaining candidates to shift gears if they want to win their party's nomination. Kristen Whitaker, Carolina News.